was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. Stand up and mind. You better believe it, cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. You see the devil in a glance, boy. I can knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another round of Super Sunday Fun Day here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the World of Thunder Esports League Dirt Street Stocks. And it looks like we've got 18 of them here for show number 1 for you. Alex Robinson hanging out there somewhere, and I think he's back there watching the times come in, and he sees that Jamie Massey goes quick time here today. Alex, are you there?
I'm here.
Just making sure. I hadn't heard from you in a little while. Like maybe your bowling score was down or something.
No. I'll let you know when I text you when I bowl on a Monday and Tuesday, on a Monday and Wednesday. If I bowl good, you get a text. If I don't bowl good, you don't get a text.
Good, and that means I haven't got a text from you for a while, so it's been not so good. But what is good, though, is we're going to see 2 heat races, the Miller Family Trucking Dirt Street Stocks, and Jamie Massey goes quick time, puts it on the point, and Jamie's outside. It's Alex Bergeron.
Row number 2 on the inside for Dirt Panda, the 77, it's William Hargraves, and on the outside, the 101 for Drew Hopkins Racing, it's Davin Cardwell.
Then we'll see Steve Radunes there in the 78 car, and Eric Skolf in the 50.
Corey Austin from, not Mid-South Dirt Section anymore. Corey Austin in the 92. He'll start 7th outside in the 26. It's Sage Luther.
Then we'll see Jack Weaver and Keaton Holder. Those are your stars and cars for heat race number 1 here at Eldora. 2 heat races for us tonight. I don't know that we'll see a B main. We'll see 2 heats in a feature, I do believe. But for some reason, if that changes, we will bring you up to speed as quick as we get brought up to speed, as we're about a lap from being up to race speed. So we hope you all had a great week, and we hope you can kick your weekend off in style with us by watching Ultimate Dirt TV all night long. We got 4 great shows coming at you. First one here from Eldora.
To think here. So you have sprint cars next. Alex Bergeron has been dominant, has won every race there. But the 3-time World Outlaw champion, not so dominant in the street stocks. As you see, there's a good Massey, Bergeron, Hargraves. They're all in your top 5 in points, and there are 3 of those are in your heat race number 1 as we are green.
We'll watch him. It will be the 2 machine of Jamie Massey on out front. Alex Bergeron working the number 2 spot. Bergeron going to look down the bottom side. Here comes the old Dirt Panda, the old Wisconsin racer. That is William Hargraves in the 71 back there in the number 3 spot. They'll race down the front straightaway to turn number 1 and 2. Now Massey's got Bergeron knocking on the door.
You see Bergeron there coming with William Hargraves. Hargraves going to the inside there. As Bergeron shuts the door, now he's going to come after Jamie Massey. There's Davin Cardwell now as battles go on here. As this should set up your inside row for the feature with no consolation here tonight.
As we watch them work on around down the back straightaway, it is still that 12 of Bergeron on out front. Working on in Bergeron, followed by the 71 machine. Of course, that is Hargraves. As they work on down the front straightaway, still 1, 2, and 3 staying the same.
Hargraves in the 3rd spot right now. He is looking still for that first win this season. Bergeron has locked in a win, so has Jamie Massey. So William Hargraves right now, the oddball out. He's been running well, just hasn't been able to secure a win, so hopefully he can do it with a good starting spot, but he has only 4 laps to get by Bergeron and Massey.
So we'll see what happens. Massey, Bergeron, Hargraves, 1, 2, and 3. Davin Cardwell, Eric Skolf as they rock and roll down the back straightaway. Still Massey out front, been there from the drop of the green as they work off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Massey, Bergeron, Hargraves, and Cardwell top 4.
Davin Cardwell still in that 4th spot as he's been out of the picture now for the past few laps. But Bergeron and Hargraves, those 2 have been battling throughout this heat race now. Bergeron shuts the doors. He's going to go to the inside of Massey. Battle for the lead as Bergeron goes inside. Massey still running that outside, and it looks strong early on here in heat race number 1.
Massey, then Bergeron, then Hargraves. They'll work off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Then they'll shoot over top the love tunnel in turn number 3 as they work them on in there. It is still out front. Massey, Bergeron, Hargraves, 1, 2, and 3. White flag is waving. We're 1 to go.
Jamie Massey out in front. Bergeron goes to the bottom side once more. Watch William Hargraves. He looks like he's poised and ready to strike as you see Massey hits the wall. Bergeron going to try and capitalize here, but Massey going to block the bottom side, and Jamie Massey in the 2 looks secure in this win, but Alex Bergeron going to try and make a run, but the 2 of Jamie Massey wins heat race number 1.
Massey, Bergeron, Hargraves, 1, 2, and 3. They're in Miller Family Trucking, heat race number 1 of 2. We'll take a look at results here just momentarily as they come up on the screen. It is Jamie Massey, Alex Bergeron, William Hargraves, Devin Cardwell, Eric Skolf, Steve Rendunes. Then it will be Luther, Holder, Weaver, and Austin. That rounds out the field. Heat race number 2, going to see Carl Kilgore. He has pretty well dominated this Dirt Street Stock Series here on Season 12 at World of Thunder. He'll start to the pole. To his outside, Jordan Gage in the 13.
Row number 2 on the inside, the 34. It's Bill Miller on the outside. The 73 for Bulletproof Motorsports. It's going to be Stephen Moore.
Row number 3, it's Ryan Underwood, the 46 from Team VLR, and Brennan Weeks from the Mid-South Dirt Slingers Double Deuce.
McCoy Brothers Racing, it's the 7 of Zachary McCoy. He'll start 7th outside the 999 for Tail Tag and Motorsports. It's Corey Sibley.
Donnie Batista, 119 from the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, and Jeremy Vaughn working the 8 machine. Those are your 10 cars scheduled to take flight here. Looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them. Everybody making the call here for heat race number 2.
So you said Carl Kilgore dominating pretty much this season. 3 wins on the season, and you know, the first one we called it an upset week 1 at Volusia when he upset Alex Bergeron. But now after 3 of them, it's come to a custom of seeing him up front in the battle.
Yes, it has. You know, it's easy to watch that 21 car poised to the front. So we'll see what happens here tonight. As can he get his, I believe, would be 5th feature win. We'll see if he can do it here at Eldora as they come down through turns number 3 and 4. We'll be looking for the green flag. Jordan Gage up on the outside looking. Green comes out, and we'll race on down into turn number 1 and 2.
Carl Kilgore going to lead us into 1 and 2 as you see him go right up to that top side here. He watched heat race number 1 real closely, and he knows where that's quick. As you see Gage, Miller, Moore, Underwood, they're all sitting there right behind him here, battling it out. But Gage and Miller, those 2 are side by side for the 2nd spot.
Down to the inside, that 34, Billy Miller working the bottom of the racetrack there. Great battle for the number 2 spot. 21 of Carl Kilgore up on the outside, looking him down the back straightaway. Kilgore, Gage, Moore, Miller, Moore, Weeks. That's your top 5 as those from positions 2 on back. Anybody is up for grabs.
Jordan Gage right now holds on to that 2nd spot. Bill Miller, he's looked strong this season. Right now, he's in the 3rd spot there. Stephen Moore right behind Miller as well. And that top side, it's just a train. Everyone sees what the leader's doing in Kilgore, and it's just a 2-2 train in that middle of the top line.
Off of 2 down the back straightaway, still Kilgore, Gage, Miller, 1, 2, and 3. Stephen Moore in the number 4 spot. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, you see it right there, Miller. He rides the rail, rubs the hub there on the top. Now he makes contact again. Look out, we got him beating and banging back there as Weeks, Moore, and Miller all duking it out. They'll fan it out 3 wide, and Corey Sibley back there in the number 5 spot.
Sibley sitting there in the 6th spot. He is waiting to strike right now with Miller and everyone else. As there he goes to the inside of Bill Miller, Stephen Moore. He's going to try and make this a 4-car battle up here for the 3rd spot.
They'll work down into turn number 3 and 4. Sibley down on the bottom side. Now you see he'll follow the 22 of Brandon Weeks. Weeks right there to the outside. Comes Stephen Moore. Moore in the 73. They'll turn and burn the top of the racetrack. Watch him off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Billy Miller got a good seat of that one as they try to fan out 4 wide down the back straightaway. This time into turn number 3 and 4. We'll be looking at 2 laps to go. Kilgore, Gage, Weeks, Moore, and Sibley.
You see Kilgore still out in front, but here comes Jordan Gage. Gage going to go to the inside of Kilgore. The first battle Kilgore's had this whole heat race. As Gage has made these lines work for him, now you see Kilgore going to go chop the nose off there and run the line. But there, look at this battle. Still for the 3rd spot, Moore, Weeks, Sibley, and Miller all battling it out as the white flag is out.
They'll run down into turn number 1 and 2. The battle is still 3 deep and selling cheap off of 2 and down the back straightaway. It's Moore, Sibley, and Weeks back there for 3, 4, and 5. They'll work them on down into turn number 3 and 4 this time. Checkered flag will be waving out of the starter stand. Carl Kilgore, Jordan Gage easily 1 and 2, and it looks like Stephen Moore is going to hold the pack off for the number 3 spot. So taking a look here at your rundown as we get ready to go right into our A main event. We'll see our finishing order here just momentarily. And it was Carl Kilgore, Jordan Gage, Stephen Moore, Corey Sibley, Brennan Weeks, Bill Miller, Jeremy Vaughn, Donnie Batiste, Ryan Underwood, and Zachary McCoy running on down. So we're going to step away for just a few moments, about 1:30 to be exact. You're watching Miller Family Trucking Dirt Street Stocks on Ultimate Dirt TV. All right, it is feature time, and welcome back to Eldora Speedway here in Rossburg, Ohio, as we virtually come from you here. And let's take a look at the starting lineup from the tail to the front. Zachary McCoy going to start 20th, and 19th will be Corey Austin.
Starting 18th, Team VLR, the 46, it's Ryan Underwood, and to the inside, the 034, it's Jack Weaver.
Rolling off 16 and 15, that'll be Donnie Batiste, the 119, and the 76 at Keaton Holder.
Starting in the 14th spot, it's the 8, it's Jeremy Vaughn. On the inside, in the 13th spot, the 26, it's Sage Luther.
We'll go to your 12th and 11th starters. Bill Miller on the outside, Steve Radunes on the in.
Brennan Weeks will start in the 10th spot in that 22, and to the inside for $1 Million Motorsports, it's Eric Skolf.
Going to the next starters, that will be row number 4, Corey Sibley on the outside, Davin Cardwell to the in.
Stephen Moore will start in the 6th spot for Bulletproof Motorsports. To the inside, the 77 Dirt Panda, it's William Hargraves.
Row number 2, see Jordan Gage on the right side. Left side from Canada, the 12 of Alex Bergeron.
And on your front row, on the outside, the 21 for Precision Performance, it's Carl Kilgore. And on the pole, he won heat race number 1. He set quick time. It's the 2. It's Jamie Massey.
So there we go. There is your starting grid for our 30 laps here at Eldora. It's a beautiful day. Not sure what it's like in Pennsylvania right now, but it is almost 60 degrees here in Des Moines. Pretty much all the snow, unless it's in the shades, is gone. It's hard to believe that get to go start outdoor racing here in just a couple weeks here in the Midwest. So, and we're not as cool as you in Pennsylvania. And Lincoln's already got 2 shows on, which I watched a little bit of sprint car action from Lincoln Speedway yesterday, Alex, and saw that I believe Tim Schaefer won.
Steel City Outlaw, yep, in his first time with Leland's ride, so I'm happy to see that. But Port Royal canceled for today, so 2 opening days for next Sunday night. For next Sunday, as Port Royal and Williams Grove will open.
I do want to get to both of those places. maybe one of these days I'll come out and see you, Alex, and we'll go to the races together.
I will greet you with open arms as the green flag is out here for the feature event. Massey, Bergeron, they're going right at it here as there's Kilgore. But look, Massey, Bergeron, those two battled out in that heat race at all laps. This time Bergeron has some more challengers, though, with Kilgore, Hargraves, and more all there have put on some instant classics, and Kilgore's going right to the inside of Bergeron.
You saw Bergeron layer in there, let her slide from the top to the bottom to the top, as he will get hustled back to the number 3 spot, make some concrete kissing with the outside retaining wall. It's still Jamie Massey, your race leader. Kilgore working second, Bergeron third, and here comes the Panda.
As you see, though, Jamie Massey out in front, and you see guys were 3 wide there for the 3rd spot with Bergeron, Hargraves, and more. More going to drift up there as Bergeron, that top side looks strong, but I'm waiting for that mid-time as that bottom side is still got a lot of moisture, and you see some cars like Corey Sibley going and yellow.
Caution out of the racetrack. We'll take a look at a little instant replay action for you. As riding along with Jack Weaver, and Jack Weaver says, I'll just blame Alex for this one. And everybody got crossed on up. He had nowhere to go, and then loop-diddy-loop, and around they went. Yes, going from 3 wide, it got narrow, and when it does, it's bing, bang, boom.
Still blame me. I won't even be on the broadcast for the next 3, and I guarantee it's going to be a blame me fault.
No, I mean we'll blame somebody else other than you, like your brother or your mom. I guess we will blame you. So it's your fault. There's only 3 green flag laps in, Alex.
Shocker.
So as they work around under the caution flag. Working around, looks like everybody field is tightening on up in behind the pace truck. It looks like, Alex, we should be going to the green flag here momentarily.
And we already seen that we were going 3 wide, and the battles already have heated up in that top 5 there. And with this track, as wide as it is, you can go 3, you can go 4 wide, and that will be an instant classic if everyone can keep it straight and keep it green. Speaking of green, it has dropped once more.
Green flag waving out the starter stand. Oh, look at this. Alex Bergeron, White Castles are served. Oh, boy, the crate case was thrown on out there, and everybody's going to try to return it. Look at this. It'll be Hargraves going to the bottom, along with the 2 of Massey, the 21 of Kilgore, and look at this. They are rubbing fenders. Loving, touching, squeezing on into turn number 1.
Man, you see this battle side by side. They go 2 by 2 as the battles in this top 5, even top 10. As look at this, we're almost 4 wide here as the battle for the lead is on. Massey, Bergeron, Kilgore, Hargrave, Sibley. They all want this win tonight.
Everybody wants to be on top. They want to be the big dog out of this one. Look at it up front. It's Massey, your race leader. Bergeron, Kilgore back on the bottom side. Look at this. Could tonight be the night Corey Sibley has Lady Luck in the passenger seat? He has worked on into the number 5, 6, 7 spot. Look out. You saw it. They got a little crossed up and had to check it up. Alex Bergeron racing on down. Now look at this. Bergeron as we go to the caution flag. Oh, she got a little right and tight and fun for the fight there on the pass for second, but we'll see what brings us to the yellow flag this time. Brennan Weeks there in the 73 or the 22, and man, just when I thought it was maybe Corey Sibley's night to get the luck changed, we see it. Weeks and Sibley sitting together up there. As you saw it as they got in there, just a little bit of change, just enough of a bump on Sibley to turn him sideways. He comes down and across, and then it was crinkled and crumpled. Yeah, he'll need to be going to the Stoner's Body Shop, where I guarantee you they'll be one puff away from getting that front end straightened out. So We'll see if they can light it up with lap 7 in the books.
Man, Jerry, you never knew we could get a race and a concert at the same time, because guess what? We got the show, and then you have Brett Wheeler in the background giving us a little concert.
I don't know what he was. I thought, yeah, if you guys could, I don't know, they can't hear him on the broadcast, but he did. He just did his best Randy the Macho Man Savage impersonation back there, with a little bit of Australian accent. Speaking of accent, we're going to accentuate the positive on up front and see if we can bring the negative out of this one. As it is going to be Bergeron trying the top of the racetrack on Kilgore. Still Jamie Massey, your race leader. Bergeron working second. Carl Kilgore and Bergeron swapping that number 2 spot. Here comes Cardwell. Cardwell from deep in the field now, working on the Panda. Panda down there rolling around on the bottom side as they work down the front straightaway.
And there we go. You see the battle still. Kilgore, Hargraves. Those two have put on some instant classics. So has Bergeron and Davin Cardwell, as those two side by side for the 4th spot. So we have some instant classics. What's with some quote-unquote rivals, as these guys have been good competitors and good competition throughout this season. And they're all battling in this top 5.
Yes, they are. Still Massey from the drop of the green out there leading this one. Kilgore, Bergeron, Hargraves. Now Davin Cardwell. Cardwell cracks the top 4. Down the back straightaway, he'll move that 07 machine up into the number 4 spot, put Hargraves back to 5. It'll be Stephen Moore back in the number 6 spot. Still your leader, though, Jamie Massey, as they thunder down the front straightaway.
As you see, Massey out in front, Davin Cardwell, Alex Bergeron. Those two still battling for that 3rd spot. Bergeron up on the top side. Cardwell now going to fall in line. And here goes Hargraves now going to try and sneak to the inside of Davin Cardwell. These guys just looking for one small mistake as the biggest move. So far in the A main, Ryan Underwood up 8 spots.
So Underwood on the move, a plus 10 for Ryan Underwood as he works it on through. Now Hargrave's going to try to lean in there and work on that 73 machine of Stephen Moore. They'll work him on down there. Top 3 and 4 cars have broken away, staying in that boxcar formation. It's still a little wing and a wang. Look out down the back straightaway. Couple cars together, one hard to the inside wall. That's Ryan Underwood, and Underwood goes backwards into the caution. So Ryan Underwood, who was a plus 10, had moved up into the 8th spot, had troubles on the back straightaway. We'll catch a look at the replay here as it just turned into kind of a chain reaction thing. See the 8 machine up there on the fence, just bang, bang, in and off the fence, had to throttle that deal. And then as that happens, they got to check up a little bit. 46 of Underwood has nowhere to go other than to right here. Yep, there was sparklers and snakes there on the inside retaining wall. And it's a tough break for Ryan Underwood as he had been working on through the field. So tough break, Ryan Underwood pulling out of this one. Damage going to be too much for him.
So now Underwood out. Jack Weaver, actually, he was listed as out. He was on the pit road. He's back in the action here. So at least, you know, we're still 19 cars on this track after you count out Ryan Underwood. So 2 cautions. Oh, man. Thanks, Brett.
So looking for the green flag. It comes back out. It comes a waving. Look at this. Kilgore is going right to the top. Kilgore is going to try to work that machine up there. There you see The crossover move as Bergeron snuck across the nose. Now look at this. Here comes Kilgore. He's got a big run. He is looking to the inside of Massey. Here comes Davin Cardwell. Look at White Castles are served. Castles right down the front straightaway. Now you see it back to the inside. Massey back there. Now Davin Cardwell going to the bottom side. Alex Bergeron is right there. She's going to get tight with some right side romance applied. And Hargreaves is now back in the picture.
Hargreaves, there's Davin Cardwell as well. Those two are sitting back. Eric Skolf, he's made his way up into the 6th spot, so he's right there into the mix as well. But Jamie Massey has been dominant throughout this feature event. He has held off challengers, as you saw Kilgore. He threw a haymaker there on Bergeron. Cardwell now in the mix as we're almost 3 wide once more. As man, oh man, the battles are on.
You watch it. They will try to slide these machines, and when they do, when the slide jobs are coming, the guy behind him giving him enough room to let that thing happen. Oh, Hargreaves got in there. He caught the inside concrete, came across the snoot of Cardwell. That's going to let the 73 of Stephen Moore come to the outside. Cardwell and Moore will be side by side. Here comes Steve Radunes. They're in the 78 machine. Radunes back there deeper in the field. Is still Massey, your race leader. Down the front straightaway. It's side by side to turn 1.
Davin Cardwell dropping back as he's now trying to gain some more ground, but he made a mistake. Now he's back into the 6th spot. That opens the door because Eric Skolf, he's in the 4th spot. Keep an eye on him. He's looking for a podium finish for the first time this season, and he has looked strong so far, but there's Davin Cardwell. There's Hargreaves. He's up 5 spots right now into the 4th spot.
Down the back straightaway. Watch this action. Still Massey, Kilgore, Bergeron, Skolf. Now Davin Cardwell. Cardwell going to slide it on up there. We talk about it. White Castle move there. Drive-through lane comes back open. As you see Skolf run back to the bottom side. Now he's going to try it. Skolf's going to let it slide on up. It goes up in front of Cardwell. Still Massey, Kilgore, and Bergeron 1, 2, and 3. They'll follow each other down there. But still, this battle for 4th on back is gotten to be good as we come back to the yellow. So caution flag coming back onto the racetrack. We'll take a look and see why it's out there. And it is Jeremy Vaughn in the 8 car. We'll ride along with him and see his vantage point of this incident. Ooh, well, the incident happened right there as they all got together. You've got a ton of them crashing there. Weaver gets in there on the bottom. Not sure that other car down there on the inside. Ooh, Weaver gets into Holder. They go spinny. Here comes the 8 machine. Jeremy Vaughn there, and then the 92 has nowhere to go, along with the 7, and then crash on the last lap. So we are 2/3 of the way home, 20 down, 10 to go, Alex. And first race of the day, clicking off in fashion.
And these street stocks, we've talked about it throughout the season. Big tracks, even smaller bull ring tracks, when the track gets slick, these drivers show that they know what they're doing, and I feel like they like these cars more than any other car because these cars can adapt to a slick track, and I feel like they go even quicker on a slick track as well.
Yeah, it makes it, and we'll see it all, every race broadcast today. This thing's going to slick off, and it is going to be, you will see White Castles galore. I mean, it will be an all-you-can-eat buffet of them. So we'll see what happens as it is Massey, Kilgore, 1 and 2. Bergeron getting together with Skolf just a little bit. Now we're going to make her 4 wide off of turn number 4. Oh, Doctor, here we go. Down the front straightaway.
You saw we go 4 wide there. Now a lot of guys going either the bottom or the top. They know where it has to be here, as it's either that moisture on the bottom or that top line. Top line, though, you see Davin Cardwell just lost a whole bunch of momentum and a whole bunch of spots on that bottom side. Now he drips up top as he's trying to gain back into a podium spot, but he might have cost himself a little bit here. And now here comes Skolf. He's going to try and make it 3 wide here for another top 5 run.
Skolf will run her down there on the bottom side. There's a 71. of Hargraves back there in 8th right now. The 0, Jordan Gage, is running through the field. Jordan Gage now coming up through the field as they work off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Still Massey, Kilgore, Bergeron, Moore, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
The battles are on. Massey, he's still out in front. There's Kilgore, though, right behind him. Bergeron. All 3 of these cars have won at least one race this season. 2 of them looking to become a back-to-back. One's looking to succeed a 4-race win here. Can they do it? We'll find out here as we're closing in on 5 to go. Massey, Kilgore, and Bergeron still your top 3.
Down the back straightaway, Bergeron going to layer on in there. Here's the big slider. Oh, he catches the crete. Oh, boy, man, if he could have capitalized on that slide job, I think we'd have had us a new race later to the end. But he got her in there and banged it off the crete, and it's going to be Jamie Massey. I tell you right now, you gotta win it or wear it. It's time to go checkers or wreckers and make something happen. As you know, Kilgore back there, he is sizing it on up too. He knows that if he wants to get around him, he has to make that same move that Alex Bergeron did, but yet orchestrate it perfectly.
And as you see, they're both now just sitting up there at the top. It could end very well or very poorly. Massey might go to the bottom soon here and try and block the slide job that he knows might be coming from Carl Kilgore, but Kilgore might just stay up top with the veteran experience and have a plan already made up. But he's going to try and sneak his nose to the inside of Jamie Massey, not to avail as they exit turn 1 and 2.
Still Massey out front. Kilgore, Bergeron, 1, 2, and 3. That's your podium so far. Cardwell, 1 out looking in off of turn number 4. White flag will be coming next time as there is now 2 laps remaining, and now it is going to be time to get after it.
Jamie Massey, as you see there, is Davin Cardwell. Cardwell looking to put his name in the winner's circle this year for this street stock season. White flag in the air. Massey still out in front. There goes Bergeron to the inside. Going to try and make a move. He's going to throw a slide job. He gets and cuts off Kilgore now, as that might have just sealed the deal for the 2. He's going to block the bottom side. You see the 3-car battle for second. Jamie Massey, he is going to win here at Eldora. Cars wrecking out of turn 3 and 4. We're 3 wide photo finish at the line. Oh, man.
What a finish. Man, it looked like those last lap charges during Daytona. You put the street stocks on a big half mile, and you know they have got to get after it. And let's take a look as we will see results coming shortly for your rundown. Jamie Massey, Alex Bergeron rolls on into a number 2 spot. Davin Cardwell at the stripe goes 3rd. Kilgore and Hargraves round out your top 5.
Eric Skolf coming home in 6th. Stephen Moore, Brendan Weeks, Sage Luther, and Stephen Radunes had your top 10.
Taking a look, Bill Miller, Corey Sibley, Donnie Batiste, Jeremy Vaughn, and Zachary Moore go 11 through 15.
16th, it was Jordan Gage. Jack Weaver in 17th, Keaton Holder, Corey Austin, and Ryan Underwood. That rounds out your 20-car field.
So the Dirt Street Stocks never cease to amaze you. They always put on a great show here as we kick off a Super Sunday Fun Day on Ultimate Dirt TV. We're going to step on out, pay some bills, but when we come back, we will have your podium finishers in Victory Lane. We are set to work into victory lane after an amazing dirt street stock feature. And wow, Jamie, what a run. You kept it up front. You held off the White Castles and everything. They were coming at you, but you just kept this old Extreme Savage hot rod wound for sound.
Yeah, man. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I just avoided it, man. Alex was throwing real aggressive sliders, that's racing. I mean, it is what it is. I expected it. But them restarts, man, were hectic. That last restart, I was like, oh my God. I was so ready for single file because I knew once I got out front, I was safe with Carl behind me. I was a little too free, but we did all right.
Yeah, kind of had that, had a little help there. You know, he was hanging out with you, but then he faded off. And then, like you said, you were able to hold off. You knew the slide jobs were coming. And when they come, I mean, you just lift a little bit because you know he scrubbed all that speed off, whether it's outside in real racing or, you know, even here on iRacing. I mean, a slide job works the same. You scrub your speed, and then once it's given, you can just serve it right back, can't you?
Oh, yes, sir. Well, luckily, I don't run a mirror, and luckily I had a spotter, and every time he would go to throw a slider, I knew, plus Carl was right behind me also, so we knew, you know, I would know when he was coming, and I was already ready for it. And he parked it on my nose a time or two, which I ain't mad about that, you know. I'm just, from my experiences, if you park it on my nose, I'm just going to knock you out of the way, you know. So, I mean, I was just, you know, so... I don't think he was intentionally doing it. You know, it's hard, man. You got to go. You got to do what you got to do to win these races. Everybody's so close, and I don't blame him at one bit. And I had a ball, and we'll do it again next week.
You bet, because at the end of the day, if the roles are reversed, you're doing the same thing, aren't you?
Oh, hell yeah, from fourth if I can. I don't care. You know what I mean? And he knows that. He's been doing this long enough. He knows. So I got his respect, and I'm sure, you know, it's vice versa. So, yeah, good racing.
I tell you what, it was just Larry and Tice are just going to send it. Went full send on the sliders, but you held them all off and picked up the win. Who do you want to thank for the trip to victorious lane?
I want to thank Extreme Savage first and foremost. SRI, Small Change Design, Lizard Lit Pit Lights, ML Performance, Renegade Race Fuels, and Carl Kilgore, man. Without that guy, I couldn't be doing what I'm doing. He is amazing setup guy. He does a hell of a job. He's a great teammate. So Kilgore Consulting. If you ain't racing one, you're chasing one. See y'all next week.
There you go. So we get ready to move on in. Alex, I think you found somebody.
And coming home in the second spot today, the 12 for Team ABR, Alex Bergeron. And once again, the car looked really stout and throwing some heavy haymakers there. You put the pressure on early, and you put it on a lot here tonight.
Yeah, of course. You know, the two guys up front didn't really battle. You know, so it's pretty hard to go out there on a single race line like that. But you know, we gave our best there, and you know, Lewin's in there at the end with three of us for the second spot. And there's nothing much I could have done there. So it's just we did what we had to do there, and I think it's good for the points. You know, we're gonna stay up there. You know, wish I could have won the race tonight, but you know, I feel like we had a fast piece, but just ran out of time a little bit. So very difficult track tonight. We'll see how it goes for the other series, and hope it's not gonna be always to the top there tonight.
And now we talked about it. Week one, you know, coming in after another strong season in sprint cars, you were a favorite coming into the season, and these underdogs who've been running these street stocks, they're giving you a run for your money. Are you impressed with how these guys are coming and competing with you and like Davin Cardwell every week?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, you know, it's awesome to see these guys running, but, you know, I never run street stocks, so, you know, I'm sure these guys run a lot more street stocks than I do, so, you know, props to them, but I feel like if we could have done them a little bit more, I think we could be in contention for every wins. It's a matter of time, and it's just like everything else. Sprint cars, late models, when we put the time into it, it plays off, and then at the end, it's really fun to come out and be winners or top 3 all the time. So, as the season, went through, we see some improvements by our side, by our team. It's more time into the street stocks. Learn how to set up these cars is completely different than any other cars as well. So, I feel like we did a good job tonight once again, and hopefully we can get maybe another win the rest of the season and close the season off on a good note.
And now you mentioned your teammates. We know you got a good team behind you and a lot of good sponsors. Who would you like to thank here tonight?
Well, everybody at Team ABR Esports, Rebecca, Jason, everybody helps us out. Our partners, CSI Shocks, Logic Gap, BK Designs, Wiring Farm Equipments, ABR Setup Shop, Stucco, and CD Symptography. And like I said, everybody that helps us out in any way. And my dad for watching all the time. And you guys for broadcasting, doing an awesome job. And Will of Thunder for putting the series up.
Well, that is your second. That's your second place finisher of Alex Bergeron. Jerry, you're with a third place finisher.
Oh, Davin Cardwell. Nice run tonight. Holy cow, putting her on the box.
Yeah, it sucks. We came up 2 spots short there. I think we had the fastest car there at the end, but we'll just move on. Seems like we always have the fastest car. We just can't make up no momentum or get around anybody. But we'll just move on to the sprint cars and late models.
There you go. So, like we said, 2 spots shy than you wanted to be, but still got to be a good run from deep in the field. Got a lot of sponsors and people to thank. Who you want to plug for the run tonight?
I just gotta thank you and everyone that broadcast. I gotta thank Steve for putting this deal on, and just everyone that helps. My girlfriend for helping me, and Keltner Contracting, Davin Car Racing, and just everyone that helps.
There you go. So 3rd place run for Davin Cardwell. And that's going to wrap up one of 4 shows here on Ultimate Dirt TV, the Miller Family Street Stocks. Of course, up next will be the DirtFans.com 410 Sprint Cars, and we're probably about, I think, 45 minutes away from the kickoff of that one. And then it'll be the Envision Custom Graphics Big Blocks, and of course, the Mimi's Makings Emotions Warrior Logistics Super late models for your nightcaps. So that'll wrap it up for broadcast number 1. Alex Robinson and myself, Jerry Van Sickle, bringing you the action. Brett Wheeler napping in the chair, back in the truck at in the production booth in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, with Ultimate Dirt TV. So we do thank and appreciate each and every one of you. See you back here for DirtFan.com Sprint Cars. So have a safe trip home. Be good. God bless. And good night, everybody.